The moment you decide to look outside of yourself for value is the moment you give your rights away to be authentically you. Your value is not in what your mother thinks of you, what your father thinks of you, what your family and friends think of you. Your value is what you think of yourself. That is the secret to authentically loving and being you.
Welcome to Soul Food with Sadie. It's time to feed your soul, uplifting others through inspiration, motivation, and edifying the soul so we can be the best version of ourselves. Here's your host, Sadie Evans.
Hey everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Soul Food with Sadie. It's been a while, but nonetheless, I'm back and I'm better than ever. While I was away, guys, I battled with COVID-19, that nasty little bug. It had me down. But as we all know, I'm someone that searches for a lesson in every obstacle that I face, even illness. Well, while dealing with COVID, I was able to meditate and pray a lot. A lot. You know, when you going through an illness or some big obstacle in our life, we like to draw closer to God. Well, some of us do. And I'm one of them people. And when I'm drawing closer to God, I'm looking at the lessons and everything. And I'm trying to grow as a person through that situation. Well, a lot of times I was moved to tears when I was praying and I was reflecting over my life and just realizing how far I've come and how many times I've stumbled in the process of becoming who I am today. I actually was pondering on a time so much when God gave me clear instructions on an assignment. And I totally disregarded the instructions and the assignment. Because like everyone else and just like humans, we want to be in control of our life. And I wanted to do things my way. I wanted results on my time. And honestly, I was worried about what other people would think of me, especially those that was in my past. Because sometimes those that's in your past, they can't see your growth or they don't like your growth. So they talk about it. They don't understand your growth. So they laugh at it instead of trying to understand your growth and catching on. Well, as I was pondering, I instantly had a visual of the other people that purpose was delayed or still is being delayed because of my disobedience. As everyone know, or that you guys are going to find out, is I am a person that has visions and I'm a visual person. So if I can see that thing, I know it's going to manifest in my life. If I can see something, I know that I'm able to do it, or if I'm not able to do it. So I was having these visuals when I was pondering on this situation, and I literally saw me driving a big old bus, y'all. And I didn't stop at this specific stop. So the individuals begin to walk to their destination. Well, while on their journey and walking to their destination, because my bus didn't stop, some of them fell and bruised themselves. Some of them jumped into other cars. Some of them went the wrong way. And some of them just disregarded even going to the destination. They just went back home. And that's when it clicked in my head. And I quickly realized that when you are chosen by God to do a specific assignment, it's never about you. Sometimes it seems like it's about you because you carrying that burden, you carrying that cross, you giving the instructions to others, you been that example, you been that role model. And sometimes when we don't feel worthy enough, we don't feel like we have that power to even be a role model to others, because we know all the damage that we've been through. We know all the broken pieces that we deal with. But it's never about us. And when God gives us a specific assignment, He is going to assign specific people to you. And if you don't obey that assignment, you delay others from getting to their purpose. That sounds like a lot of responsibility, right? To me, that sounds like a lot of responsibility. I already have children. I don't want to be responsible for nobody else being delayed to get to their purpose. But it made me think about it like this. it's a lot of obstacles that happened in my life where I had to have individuals come into my life that literally helped me get to where I am today. And if they wasn't obedient to the call, if they wasn't obedient to the assignment, I wouldn't be the woman I am today. I always think about a situation where this woman loved me through and through. I was in the world. I was going out. I was smoking pot. I was drinking. I was just having me a good old time. I mean, every weekend, okay? I had children and everything. And guess what? I would get up on Sunday and I would go to church like ain't nothing just happened over the weekend. But this lady, she loved me through it. She always ministered to me, but she loved me through it. I was somebody specific assigned to her. And if she did not love me through it, I wouldn't be where I am today. It's a lot of responsibility. Trust me, it's a lot. And a lot of us don't want that type of responsibility because we already dealing with our day-to-day life things. But think about it. Now it's your turn to help others get to where they need to go. Because people helped you move through. Now you are appointed to help others move through. So many times we want the blessing, we want the anointing, but we ain't willing to get our hands dirty. We ain't willing to get our feet dirty because we can't see the instant gratification in that situation. And sometimes it's because we feel we aren't equipped for that. Sometimes we feel like I can't do that. I'm not big enough for that. I'm not powerful enough for that. I don't pray good enough for that. I don't have visions big enough for that. Sometimes it's because we feel like we ain't equipped. But let me tell you, if God has given you assignments, trust me, you got the equipment inside of you. You just ain't pulled it out yet, and you ain't seen it yet because you're too afraid to take that leap so that you can do what you need to do to help others get to where they need to be. I'm here right now to encourage and confirm with somebody listening to this right now that's tugging feeling to do something is the assignment. You have everything it takes within you. All you need to do is take the leap and God will do the rest. Step out there and be willing to just be the vessel. It ain't even about, your name or a title. It ain't about that. Sometimes it's about just truly, truly being the vessel, being somebody that God can use to fulfill his purpose on earth. Like Jesus was the vessel for those that believe in Jesus. Jesus was the vessel. Or whatever you believe in, you heard of a story where somebody just allowed God to use them as the vessel to fulfill something great here on earth. So just allow God to use you as that vessel. Be willing to submit and be just used as that vessel. And you will see that due to your faith and due to your yes, others will be able to be free from things that has kept them bound for decades. A lot of people are dealing with stuff that they've been dealing with for 10 and 11 years. A lot of brokenness, a lot of areas they need healing in. And I'm not just talking about relationships because some individuals was raised with toxic parents, toxic uncles and aunties, molestation, just a lot of things that has kept them bound and they don't talk to nobody about it. They cry in the shower about the situation because they feel like others will judge them. But you have been appointed to be that person, to be able to help that person break free from just loving them and just listening to them and just being that encouragement for them, that example, that role model, that person that you don't think that you're able to be for that person will be, when you step out there on faith, will be the very thing that breaks that person free, that gives that person freedom in their mind, freedom in their soul, freedom in their body, freedom in every aspect of their life to be able to be used as a vessel later on in life. Because you see, all those obstacles, that is what this message is about. It's about those obstacles being used as a stepping stone to get you to where you need to be. All those obstacles that you dwell on, all those obstacles that you felt like kept you bound were those same obstacles that is pushing you into your purpose, that is pushing you into being who you need to be, that is going to push you to help be a voice for others, be a heart for others. A lot of times people that's Christian or people that believe or whatever you want to call it, a lot of times some of us are self-centered. And we feel like if it don't directly affect us, then it ain't our problem. But sometimes it's bigger than that. Most of the times it's bigger than that. The call that's on your life is bigger than your living room, bigger than your family. Somebody been getting tugged on to start a business. Somebody been getting tugged on to start a podcast. Somebody been getting tugged on to start a YouTube, a prayer group, whatever it is. Well, I'm confirming with you right now. I'm telling you right now, start that thing, because there's others out there that's waiting for you to start that thing. And when they discover that thing that you start, they're going to be thankful, and you're going to be an answer to their prayer. You're going to be an answer to their prayer because of your obedience. And I know a lot of times we want things to happen fast for us. We want instant gratification. We are a microwave generation. Let's just keep it real. We are a microwave generation. If we don't see results instantly, we ain't gonna be consistent with that thing. Some of us. Because we want to see our audience grow quickly. We want to see our pocketbooks grow quickly. But it ain't about that. It's about the blessing that comes from that, from freeing other people. When you start thinking outside of finances and think about serving, I'm telling you now, the finances will chase you. You won't have to do a lot of marketing. The finances will chase you because now you're serving and you're setting people free. I just want to encourage someone. I pray that this message is a seed for someone. Thank you all for tuning in to Soul Food with Sadie. I will be back on Wednesday. This message is all about allowing your obstacles to be that staircase to your success and to be that thing that breaks others free from bondage. If you are interested in being a guest in September when I start interviewing individuals, please email me at coach@SadieMaeEvans.com. Thank you all for listening to Soul Food with Sadie. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. You are valuable. You do have purpose. You are not what they said you were. Prosperity will find you. You are successful. You are beautiful. Your past does not define you. The moment you decide to look outside of yourself for value is the moment you give your rights away to be authentically you. Your value is not in what your mother thinks of you, what your father thinks of you, what your family and friends think of you. Your value is what you think of yourself. That is the secret to authentically loving and being you.